For a long time, the internet treated Mark Zuckerberg like a robot trying to learn human behavior. He was the sweet baby Ray's guy, the lizard meme, the sunscreen surfing meme. But recently, something shifted. The sweaters were replaced by designer t-shirts. The awkward apologies were replaced by MMA training footage. And the robot CEO started talking less like a PR machine and more like a lethal weapon. Is this a rebrand, a midlife crisis, or a strategic pivot? To find out, we watched 10 hours of Mark Zuckerberg interviews, from the dorm room days to the metaverse era. We decoded his new playbook so you don't have to. And we found the one specific reason why the new Zuck might be the most dangerous competitor in tech. When you watch 10 hours of anyone, you start to see patterns. And with Zuckerberg, the biggest pattern is a total operating system update. Early Zuck was defined by survival. He was apologizing for oversteps like the newsfeed and beacon. He was embarrassed. But the guy we watched in his latest interviews, he's done apologizing. He's moved from a wartime CEO to what we're calling a platform dictator. And to understand how he manages 3.2 billion users, you have to look at the Zuck operating system. Part 1. The anti-CEO management style. This was the most shocking part for me. You assume a CEO of a trillion-dollar company does nothing but delegate. Zuckerberg says the opposite. It sounds impossible, but his logic is fascinating. He avoids recurring one-on-ones. He doesn't want bureaucracy. He keeps just 2 weekly group meetings with his tight circle of 25 to 30 people. He even moved his desk. When AI became the priority, he physically moved his office to sit next to the chief scientist just to, quote, clear them out of the way of bottlenecks. It's all about talent density. He doesn't ask, what's the budget? He asks, who gets to eat first? He wants people who are obsessed with mastery, which explains the MMA stuff. He believes a culture that celebrates aggression is healthy. He's taking the discipline of martial arts and applying it to corporate strategy. Part 2. The engineering patch. But you can't talk about Zuck without addressing the elephant in the room, the controversies, the censorship. In the interviews, he admits that 90% of his regrets come from the content moderation era. But here's the twist. He doesn't view this as a political problem. He views it as an engineering trade-off. He uses these two terms, precision and recall. Recall is catching all the bad stuff. Precision is making sure you don't accidentally ban innocent people. And Zuck realized that trying to catch everything, high recall, meant they were accidentally banning millions of innocent posts, low precision. So, the new Zuck has made a decisive policy update. He is prioritizing accuracy over volume. He'd rather let a small amount of bad content slip through than accidentally silence innocent users. He calls it respecting revealed preferences. Basically, he realized he can't be the internet's police officer and its architect at the same time. Part 3. The 10-year bet. And that brings us to the endgame. Why the aggression? Why the tight control? It's because Zuckerberg is traumatized. Traumatized by Apple and Google. Exactly. He calls the constraints placed on Meta by Apple's App Store soul-crushing. He calculated that without their random taxes, Meta would be twice as profitable. So, the 10-year bet is simple. Build the device that replaces the iPhone. He believes the smartphone is a tiny portal that disconnects us. His vision is AR glasses, powered by AI, that see what you see. He wants to blend the digital and physical until they are just the real world. And he wants to own the hardware so no one can ever tax him again. He's not building AI to create a god. He finds that unappealing. He's building AI to be the engine of his new kingdom. So after 10 hours, here is the verdict. Mark Zuckerberg isn't a villain or a hero. He is a pragmatist with a 10-year timeline. He's building the future not because of ideology, but because he has to. It's the only way to secure his empire. And that brings us to the end of the video, where we want to give you, the viewer, something to take away. We're calling this the 10-year chapter award. We live in a world of instant gratification, TikToks, shorts, daily metrics. Zuckerberg organizes his life into 10 or 15-year chapters. The award for you is this challenge. Pick one aspect of your career or creative business. Stop looking at the 30-day analytics. Write down what winning looks like in 2035. If you can hold that level of focus, you might just build your own empire. Let us know in the comments, do you trust Zuck to build the real world? And hit subscribe if you want us to watch 10 hours of Elon next.